That you don't think that you should schedule, but that you should schedule. As the psychology major that I am, and getting your crap together for this semester.
Count 1, 2, 3, and don't you stop the music, get into it, won't you dance with me? Find a place and lose it, you can do it, won't you dance with me? Move your downtown, we let it go, sunset high and our bodies low.
Hey y'all, what is up? It is Marissa, Nicole, and welcome back to my channel. Some of you may know me as my drifting desk, where I help you conquer college, and that's exactly what we're gonna do today to get y'all into a routine for the school year. Today's video is basically my tips and tricks, or how I got into a schedule already with the first week of classes. I just kind of wanted to help you guys do that because I feel like that's such an important aspect as to how I'm a successful student or how other people are successful students. It's the routines, it's the schedules, it's the time management, it's like all of these little things that go into it, aside from just being able to study and take a test. And so I want to help y'all achieve a schedule or a routine or something to help you become a better person, better organized, better time management, helping you conquer college, you know, the whole spiel. Before we dive into the video, if you're new here, you should definitely subscribe down below, turn on your post notifications, that way you never miss a video. I've been posting a video every day in August, and so if you're new here, you've missed a lot. You should probably check that out. But also I don't want you to miss any other videos coming up for the rest of the school year. Okay, so happy Sunday, August 25th. My first week of classes here at Ohio State University are over. I've completed it, I've survived, it happened, and now we're going into week 2. And I think that if you haven't yet already, you need to be into a schedule, into a routine, and getting your crap together for this semester. My number one tip to help you do that is to legitimately plan your life down to the hour. This may sound a little crazy, or you're like, why would I need to do that? Basically, that helps me so much with organization and time management. If you're literally managing your time hour by hour, you're figuring out what you need to do and when you can get it done, instead of just kind of guessing and relying on your free time that you think you're gonna have to complete your assignments, or to have a social life, or to have a job, or to sleep. You need to schedule all these things in, that way they get done. I have 2 things that help me do this. 1 being my bullet journal, and 2 being Google Calendar. So with my bullet journal, I do have a schedule here. It is a weekly breakdown schedule of what a typical week for me could look like, including all of my classes, studying, going to the gym, work, when I'm going to film and edit videos, when I'm going to chapter or sorority stuff. Like, my whole life is basically in this weekly schedule. If you do not have one of these yet, I suggest you make one. It's so simple. All you need to do is grab a piece of paper or a whiteboard, wherever you want to do it at. You could do it in your Google Calendar. I just like the physicality of like paper schedules for me to look at, and like with my pretty colors and shapes and stuff in here. But take it, divide it into 7 columns for all the different 7 days of the week. You'll line it up on the left-hand side of all the hours. Mine usually go from 8 a.m. till 8 p.m. Hello, kitty. She's gonna hang out with us. She loves to lay on paper, so yep, she's coming to lay in my bullet journal. And then you're going to put in the stuff that you know that you're gonna have every week. So my big ones that I started with was, of course, classes, because that's constant every week, unless something were to be canceled, but that's fine. Next would be work, because I have the same work schedule every week. If you don't, obviously you can omit this part until you do, or you just add it in every week whenever things change for you. That's up to you. But for me, my work schedule is constant, so I added my classes and my work schedules first, then any other duties that are like weekly. And so for me, I know every Monday we're gonna have chapter, and so I go ahead and schedule that in, because I'm gonna be busy every Monday for chapter. And then you look at your remainder time, and then you want to fill it with stuff that are necessary, that you already do, that you don't think that you should schedule, but that you should schedule. 1 being sleep. You should have a bedtime, and that's another one of my points here that I wrote down that you need to have in order to be organized and be on a schedule, etc., etc., is to legitimately have a bedtime. Have a time that you get into bed, and then have a time that you need to be asleep by. For me, that's usually about 10 p.m. I need to be in bed, and I try to fall asleep by midnight. And that's a big window, right? And that's good, because for me, it does take a little bit to fall asleep sometimes. I'll sit here and watch a couple episodes on Netflix, or watch some YouTube videos. I'll read a book. Like, I just do my thing, but I'm in bed, decompressing, relaxing, trying to go to sleep. So I know my body, and I've planned that out. Y'all need to evaluate yourselves and figure out what time do you need to be asleep by, so that way when you wake up every day, you get your full 8 hours. And for me, I wake up at 8 every day, so I need to go to bed by midnight to get my full 8 hours. And that's another tip kind of hidden in here, is to get sleep. Get your full 8 hours and be on a schedule. Even if your classes don't start at the same time every day, you should be getting up at the same time every day, because it helps your body stay on that schedule. It helps you go to bed easier every night when your body knows what time to go to bed, because you're going to be waking up and going to bed at the same time every night. I have classes on Tuesday, Thursdays only. So Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, I'm free. But I still wake up at 8 a.m. every day. I still did that all through the summer, because that's just how my body is regulated, and that's what works best for me, and it helps me stay on a schedule and stay stay organized. You may not think that it has anything to do with that, but it does. You need your sleep to be mentally capable to survive, basically. So plan when you're going to bed. Plan out that time and add it into your schedule so that way you know when you need to go to bed by. I would recommend scheduling in times, when you're gonna wake up, when you're going to be eating, because a lot of the times I'm very guilty of this, but I'll be so busy that I forget to eat. And I did this a lot last year, and Griffin was actually concerned for me. I'd go over to his house every day just to like hang out after he gets home from work really late, and then he'd be like, oh, what'd you eat for dinner? And I'm like, I haven't eaten all day. He's like, what do you mean you haven't eaten? I'm like, I don't know, I just was too busy, I just forgot about it. Like, you cannot forget to feed your body. And so I have to schedule times to make sure that I eat. I know that I eat breakfast every morning, but after that, I sometimes forget to eat because I'm so busy and I don't think about it until I'm starving to death. Plan in some of those open slots for you to study or work on any online classes that you have. I know for me, I have a big window on Tuesdays between my first class and my second class. So that break right there is meant for me to do my online classes and to study, because that's about a 3-hour break. I've scheduled that. I'm going to be studying for those 3 hours at least. And then I threw in some time on Thursdays after class to study. Now, of course, that's not like my only study time. Y'all can alter these schedules as needed, but this is a good blueprint or like bare bones of your schedule that you should be trying to follow. That's what you're wanting to schedule. Then I would go in trying to add in the stuff that you want to do, but aren't really necessary or possibly going to be academically, helping you. Of course, I'm talking about this in a college perspective, but you should be doing this every day of your life, no matter what phase of life you're in. But for our purposes, what else do you need to do that may not be essential to classes? For me, that's going to the gym, and that's filming videos and editing videos. I have to be able to do that, right? But that's not stuff that are necessary, let's say. So now I'll go and do that on like phase 3 with my leftover space after classes, after work, after, sororities or clubs for organizations, after study time, sleep time. Then we move into, here's my leisurely activities that I like to engage in, and I want to schedule time to do those. And so I have a special time picked out on Fridays for me to film and edit my videos. That way I get that done, and I'm not trying to find time within my week to do this. I already have this scheduled, and it helps me stay accountable. Now, as you can see on mine, we still have a lot of white space. I don't really plan a lot on Sundays or Saturdays because I do leave those pretty open to whatever life may throw at me or whatever I need to do, but I still have some open space on Thursdays and Fridays that I leave open because yes, I might throw in another filming session when I need to film a double video. Maybe I'll throw in more study time when I have an exam coming up. You don't have to fill every hour of your time, but you should have a great backbone of what you're spending your week doing and organize your time accordingly. I'm so serious when I say that that is my #1 tip to staying organized is this schedule right here. I look at this all the time and I'm always making sure I'm staying on it, and this has helped me so much with getting into a routine because I've planned my routine. It's right here. There's no reason why I shouldn't be sticking to it. Tip #2 for how to like execute this routine or this schedule that you've now just created is to, one, write it down. That's why I told you to write it down. Don't just think about it. You need to see it. You need to be able to put it on paper, put it digitally, put it somewhere where you can look at it every day to keep yourself accountable. But also, you should be telling your friends, your roommates, your sorority sisters, well, whoever you're talking to, tell people so that way they can keep you accountable as well. What I found that works the best for me is when I tell my friends when I'm doing something, they also don't ask me to do something during that time. So let's say on Fridays when I have my filming time set out from 12 to 2, I know that none of my friends are gonna text me and say, hey, I'm going to Bibi Bop, do you wanna come and get some food? Because they know I'm gonna be filming. And that helps me stay on track with my schedule, because if people don't know my schedule, they're gonna ask me to do things, which is fine. I'm obviously not opposed to doing things, but if my littles always text me every Friday at noon to go get Bibi Bop and I go because I really want Bibi Bop, then I'm falling behind on my videos and I'm not sticking to my schedule, and then I'm gonna have to film some other time which may interfere with something else I've scheduled, which is kind of, it throws it all off. And so by me telling other people, they don't intrude on my schedule and they keep me accountable, and I keep myself accountable, and that's what's made it so easy for me to follow my schedule these past 4 years of college. And my last tip that I wanted to give y'all to help you get on schedule and stay organized and time manage well is to have routines and to create lists. I feel like I do this every day. I do the same thing every day, and that also helps me just stay in a routine. My mind stays in the routine and I know what's coming next. My body knows what's coming next, and my days just go very smoothly this way. And what I mean by that is every morning I do the same thing. I wake up at 8 and then I kind of go through social media, check all my notifications and stuff like that until about 8:10. Then I get up and shower, and then I get out and get dressed. By 8:30 I should be pretty much ready while I'm doing my makeup or fixing something with my hair. 8:45 I'm feeding my cat. Then I'm going upstairs to eat some breakfast and out the door by 9 to get to my 9:35 class. That's just something that I do every day. So as soon as my alarm goes off, I'm not hitting snooze. I'm getting up on my first alarm and I'm starting that routine. And I know what's coming next, and I know how much time it takes me to do each thing. So that way I'm managing my time effectively and I'm efficient in getting ready, so I don't have to get up 2 hours beforehand because I'm gonna dilly-dally around. I'm gonna get up and get going. That's what helps me. Also at night, I do the same routine. In terms of checking my school email, just checking my school websites, making sure I didn't miss any assignments that are gonna be due the next day. I pack my book bag for the next day. I pick out what clothes I'm wearing for the next day. I set out everything that I'm gonna need tomorrow. I make a list before I go to bed of things that I need to do tomorrow, put it on my desk so that way in the morning, I'm grabbing that with me and going on about my day. It just makes everything go so much smoother and I'm ready for the day when I prepare for the day the night before. As the psychology major that I am, those routines help your brain out so much, and when you're in a routine, it helps your body understand what's coming next. So when I'm picking out my clothes and I'm writing my to-do lists, my body's already like, oh, what's coming next is she's gonna go to bed. So I'm already starting to shut down. So that way when I get in bed, I'm able to go to sleep a little bit quicker. And I know I'm being very like scientific right now, but it's the truth, it's fact. Google it. Get into a routine, stay on schedule, be accountable. Literally, the key to my success as a student is just my organization, my time management, my schedules, my to-do list. Like all of these things are so important to my success as a student. Like again, aside from just my study and going to class and taking good notes and reading the textbook and knowing how to take a test, well, all those things don't even matter because this is kind of the groundwork for being a good student. And if you don't have the groundwork laid, how are you going to be able to build that house? You need a strong foundation, which comes with your schedules, with your routines, with time management, all of that good stuff. So I'm hoping this crash course was helpful for you. I'm hoping you learned a thing or two. If you did or you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Let me know down below what y'all's favorite part of your night or morning routine is, because I'm always curious what other people do when they get ready for bed or get up in the morning. One of my favorite things to do is to make my bed. But let me know what you guys like to do every morning or every night that helps you get into a schedule. And if you don't have one, let me know down below what you want to implement into your schedule. What of this video are you going to take and try to build a better foundation for your success as a college student so you can conquer college? If you made it this far and you're not yet subscribed, you should definitely do that down below. Turn on your post notifications, that way you get notified every time I post a new video. I hope you enjoyed today's video and I will see you guys next time. Bye. Say bye.
Downtown we let it go. Sunset high and our bodies low. Blood rush in a hazy glow.